hi, you must be Jamie, right?
Yep.
I'm Mr. Wang. You can call me Stanley, and nice to meet you. This will be your first piano lesson, right? So, have you ever touched the piano before?
No.
Oh, well then, this is great. This is your first time. Let me have you sit down, right? So, the proper position to sit down is not on the very edge of the seat, otherwise you'll fall off, right? You don't want to sit on the very back of the seat either, otherwise you won't be able to reach the piano. You want to sit right in the middle of the seat, with your back straight up, and your feet firmly on the ground. That way you get that power through your legs, okay? So, now, you want to put your hands on the piano, right? So why don't we have you put your fingers on the piano? All five. There you go. Now, you don't want your wrist too low, otherwise you won't be able to play. But you don't want it too high either, right? So just put it somewhere in the middle, right? There you go. You want your wrist to be relaxed, your arms to be relaxed, and your shoulders to be relaxed, right? So, this is the piano. There are notes right here, and there's a stand right here. This is where you put your book, like this one. Also on the piano, there are different registers or sounds. These are the high registers, these are the low registers, and this is the middle register, right? Why don't you play me any note in the high register? Nice. How about one in the low register? Awesome. And one in the middle register? Great. So, now we're going to move on to note values. Do you know what note values are?
No.
Well, note values are how long you hold the note. So usually in a piece, why don't I find an example? Right here. This is a perfect one. Right? So these are what notes look like when you read them off the paper. And see how they have different colored in, or they have different note stems or stems? That depends on what the note is. So, this is called a chord note, and it's worth 1 beat out of 4, right? So usually count it like 1, 2, 3, 4. How we clap the chord note is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Awesome. So our next one is called the half note, right? So the quarter note, it's a filled-in circle with the stem. The half note is an open circle, or not open circle, but a non-colored thin circle with a stem. And it's worth 2 beats when we clap that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect. Finally, we have the whole note. It looks something like that, and it's just one circle with no stem at all. And it's worth 4 beats, right? So we clap it 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't you try that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect. Now for the final thing you learned today, it's called the C note, right? So you'll learn your first note today. Why don't I find one in here? There we go. So that's what a C note looks like on the paper, and this is what it looks like on the piano. Okay? Now this specific C is called the middle C, because there are many other C's on the piano, right? Here are all of them. Right? There are C's in the high register, low register, and the middle register. And right here, that's also called the middle C. So, why don't you play me a C in the high register? Awesome. One in the middle register? Okay. And one in the low register? Why don't you play the middle C that I showed you? Awesome. So, that's it for today. Right? So to recap, you learned positioning, how to put your hands on the keyboard, the piano, and also note values and C, your first note. Okay? So what I'll have you do is go home, practice this, and next week we'll be able to work on different notes, and maybe your first song. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.